I'm not really sure if they send that, but nevertheless, welcome, guys. We're going into the game right now. Welcome to another season of the Clatter of Clans. We're on in season 20, and I'm joined here with Crowns. Crowns, see, I have no idea what's been happening. I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to confess. What are the teams we're looking forward to today?
I want to say pretty much everybody, but I think I'm just gonna throw my special watch out team to the side of foul play because I did see a couple of roster changes and they've actually been doing well, finishing first place in the semi-finals before coming into the finals. I'm looking forward to seeing foul play show us exactly what they've got. I want to see if they can bring that semi-finals consistency here into the finals. Another team that I'll say I'm keeping my eye out for would be the side of RAGE ESPORTS, and just because I've pushed up a challenge for them, I following their recent records in finals of tournaments, we always see them do well on the first day, and then they start to drop points from day two going towards the end. So I'm really putting up that challenge for the side of RAGE ESPORTS to see if they will be able to step up to the challenge and show us exactly what they've got.
All right, so we'll see how that is going to pan out as we will be jumping into the games right about now in just one moment. But I don't know what it is. My game is just okay. Anyways, regardless.
All righty. Yeah, already see them jumping off the plane. Plane path was a little bit generous with us going into the first game of the day today, as we do see that plane path slicing the map of Erangel into two, and I can see teams that are would love to make it all the way to even the military island are able to find their way through. However, for foul play, we do know them to land around the Severny area of the map, but it does look like they will be settling for Mansion for the time being, given that it does look like Severny is going to be a little bit out of range. That being said, 61 players locked in and loaded, 16 teams here battling it out for that $150 prize pool. You just love to see that one, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how these teams are going to play this one out. We did see 10-11 already holding up in first position, and right now they're already finding themselves in an early engagement, which just seems to be happening somewhere around that military island. Oh, sorry, make that the the western or eastern side of South Georgia Fall. To be honest, maybe that is not the start that they would have wanted, as we're already starting to lose players to a couple of hot drops. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit surprised that there is hot drops going on. That playing path wasn't the worst playing path ever, but ultimately there's still a little bit of hot drops going on here and there. The play zone, though, happens to be far up on the northern edge of the map of Erangel, so it's going to be a little bit of rotations coming in through from the rest of the teams in the lobby.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes through, as all of these teams will be looking to see if they can get into, just like you said, some early action. We're already seeing a little bit from the boys from 10-11 as they've lost one of the players, but all the way in that northern side too as well. I do see a skirmish beginning to ensue. We'll be
What is 4v4M? Oh, 4b4m. Okay, no problem. I believe it is really 4b4m. Really, I don't think there is a, well, at least for now, I do not know the meaning, but it is 4b4m. Really, 4b4m esports. What they go by. I'm not very good with maps or with the flags. I would have loved to tell you what country they were representing, but yeah, let's just say the flag has a green, it has a yellow, and it has a blue, all arranged horizontally. If that rings a bell, let me know what country that is. I'm African, so do not count me out. A part of me wants to just scream out Zimbabwe, but I know that's not it. But anyway, they did lose two players earlier in this game, so maybe not the best way to start the game for them. Going on to other parts of the map, we already start to see foul play putting in a little bit of work. The same thing can be said about No Rage, also around that area, because No Rage happens to be the one on the losing side. Solo is going to be the first player down for the side there of foul play, as we see Station 5 looking for a little bit of an angle. Not going to be able to find one, at least not yet. Starting to see the players there from Rage Shield, make that no rage, looking to capitalize on this fight, maybe going for a little bit of an isolation, and they're looking for a little bit of the play. Lone Wolf goes for a couple of shots, but would not be able to find any.
Yeah, you can already see that the entire map is looking to get into some lovely action so far as the teams are just beginning to get closer and closer towards themselves. We're seeing the boys from FOWLPLAY lose one player. Now Lone Wolf's also down, but the shots are... Oh, I thought for a second right there, Krause, that he was going to be able to provide some cover fire. That's from 9 to 6. But now he's also being gone down to as well, and that just leaves only PlayStation. We're hoping to see if they could be absolutely outstanding, but we're now seeing again PlayStation 5 coming in to represent. He might just be able to get this revive here.
Yeah, well, grenades already coming through from the side there of No Rage. It does look like they will be pressing onto this fight. Hader holding onto that fight, and now they've delayed it. That revive has come through now. FOWLPLAY looking to hold on the fort, but Station 5-4. 96 not quite able to get the HP back up, and FOWLPLAY go down first as No Rage emerged victorious in the first skirmish of today, sending the side of FOWLPLAY back to the lobby in 16th position.
Now, I would love to say that that's all the action that we've had so far, and we can take a breather, but that is not going to happen. As you can see right here, the action is continuing as the boys from Navy are going toe-to-toe against Sense. They're looking to see if they can take down another player. We just got I do believe it's just one player from Navy who is currently in this particular position. Denia and the rest of the boys are all the way in the buildings, not off them, and they might just be able to capitalize on this. Maybe Lord might be revived. I do believe one of the players can go in and get that revive, and you can see that that's what he's doing. But all the way in the corner right there, you can see that they are trying to see if they can get that revive. Akaza being the one who is making that push.
It's got grenade in hand though, looking to send it out towards the position there of Saints. Not quite able to find the knock just yet, but Akaza from behind will get taken down, and the Navy SEALs find themselves already at a disadvantage. They did get one player low and knocked, and it does look like that revive will be coming through, as the split would not be allowing for that revive to come through just yet. They would have to find a little bit of cover there. Saint continue to emerge, and you've just got to give it for this team here, Saint, a team that has consistently made it up to the COC finals from season to season to season. It's very impressive to see them in the season 20 finals once again, and I'm really hoping that this time they're able to drive it home, take it home, and show us exactly what they've got.
All right, so I'll just be going back to them in a second.
Yeah, it's just Desire left with Nubino down. It's just down to the one player to drive out of there. Vico not looking too much, I tell you. Vico really not in good shape there, but losing one of the back tires. Thankfully, it's one of the USEs, so he's able to move fast, or he's still able to move, but he's going to have to survive this one as a solo. And these days, that's not very fun things to do, especially given with that new with the point system that we have here in competitive PUBG Mobile. It kind of makes it a little bit harder for you to grab so many points as a solo. But we'll see just how much Desire can actually hold up. Yoruba in me is not going to let me call that name Desire, but anyway, we'll see how well he's able to gather some points and hold up for his team. We're still down to 15 squads. Not too many squads showing interest in making it into the circle just yet. Quite surprising. We do have No Rage already in there. Every other team, okay, we've got 4RK also around inside the zone. We have Rage Shield with a new insignia. Oh, is that Rage Shield? That cannot be Rage Shield. That cannot be Rage Shield. It is not Rage Shield. There we go. It is RAG. I was like, okay, when did they change that insignia? But anyway, we already see them already heading into the zone. There's a lot of skirmish going on that western front of the circle. And I think everyone who were in Judgepole would be having a tough time rotating into that circle.
Wait, what just happened? What happened? My iPhone screen went off. Anyways, as I try to get that screen back up, the boys from RSG have pulled up into that vicinity.
This is where it starts to become not fun. Danny Brown already falling for this idea of Rage Shield. Not a good start for the team as well, as Desire would fall to his demise. Saints emerging victorious on that one. 6 eliminations that they're already able to accrue. But now they're down to 3 players with 1 player bleeding away. It does look like the revive will come through up onto Lord, but it's going to be Irish G. Losing a couple of points now as Mystic is down as well. They're down to just the 1 player there in Roach to hold down the fort. And I don't want to start saying I called it. It's still too early. Going to give them a little bit of time. Maybe they'll be able to survive that one. Maybe a revive might be able to come through. We'll be seeing if Rachel will go for that one. We did get another zone shift up towards that northern side. And I really have to mention about Rage Shield. You know, they're not a team that I know to always go for late rotation. So, you know, seeing them engage in this fight this early, maybe they were caught up on rotation, or maybe it was just them trying to play the late rotation strat. I do not know which it is, but really did not play out too well for them going into this second phase. I'm gonna say it's gonna be no rage really, because you know that is a team that I did mention. They took out this idea of FOWLPLAY, team that I said I was looking forward to seeing, because really, you know, FOWLPLAY with the addition of 96 to the roster, they've been actually, you know, quite on fire. So you know, seeing no rage actually take them out, something that has impressed me so far going into this game.
So in the meantime, please just look at the map from this position. Okay, it's not the best. It's not the best, guys, and it's not the best that we can do. But for now, we'll just take a look and see where all of the teams are currently at. You can see that the boys from 4RK are currently in a bit of a skirmish of their own, as they're just left with 2 players in their team.
Well, 4RK down to just 1 player to hold down the fort. Actually, I think they're Gambian, I believe. That is, so I think that is Gambia. But anyway, jump shots coming in through with the DBS is going to find the knock, as so far he's able to find himself a little bit of redemption. Last players out there in the building. He's going to be baiting him to come outside with that shot, and yep, of course it works. Wonderful play. Now this is what I love to see coming in through from players. You know, the bait shot makes him come out, and then, you know, eventually played out well for him. But now he's down to just the 1 player to fight with. But that grenade now currently being tossed up by Osiris, lands outside the fence, doesn't quite find enough. But yes, it gives a lot of confidence on the push, and Surfer finds himself the complete squad wipe, as the team now has 5 eliminations, 4 courtesy of Surfer himself. You just love to see how he serves through the enemies there. The DBS coming in clutch moments. That is something that we love to see, though. Players standing strong. But anyway, down to the final 13 teams, or really just 13 teams up on the screen or in the game. A couple of teams still outside. Rich Shield able to grab themselves the revive onto Mystic. They're still out there in the blue zone. It's going to be a little bit of a tough rotation coming into for them. Same thing can be said about the side of 4B4M as they look to ride towards the edges of the circle. Sense still alive with a couple players, making it in from that southern edge as that zone does go all the way towards the northern side. And to be honest, this is the type of zone where we would have seen the side there of foul play, you know, or would have expected the side of foul play to really do well. You know, they land around Severny. The zone does seem to be centered around Severny. Everyone, you know, and a team that lands Severny really would have a little bit of an idea as to, you know, the area surrounding that side of the map. You know, so one would expect that they would do well in this game. But hey, they're out. We cannot cry over spilt milk. We're just gonna wait to see how the rest of this game turns out.
Not been the best of times for a lot of these teams, as we'll see in just a moment. Okay. Wait, the graphics of this just looks totally off.
I'll lie, in case you wanted to know what it looks like while you're zoomed in, that is exactly what you've got on the screen. Fake was taking the second South African team in the lobby. We've seen them actually play well going through the tournaments. Kind of surprised, no, maybe not surprised, but you know, I'm impressed that they were able to make it into the finals. We look forward to seeing how well they play this one. The zone centering up quite nicely again. A little bit of the shoreline still available in the zone. So, you know, you can still play quite with the water. That goes up to the teams that have a duo or a solo left. Hopefully, they will be able to play towards that shoreline. But the thing is, the problem with the shorelines of Severny is that shoreline is more like a beach, right? So it's open fields. There's nothing around. You don't really have that much cover to work with. And any team that is on the top of the hill, like Dream Team is, they would be able to spray down into those areas. Maybe not just Dream Team, you know, even the side there of Royal Blood, you know, they would also be able to do a lot of damage. So, right now, we'll see how the rotations come through. It does look like we might be getting a little bit of an engagement down on the south, as we see for RK. The last player that suffered getting eliminated now. Saints overcrowding him with the numbers, and you know, really, Saints have actually been on fire today. We've already seen them rack themselves up to 7 eliminations, so you kind of know that they've got the blood pumping and they're good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. They have been doing the thing over and over again. They're currently sitting now with 7 eliminations.
Yeah, it's pretty much a nice zone, a nice circle, really. Not too many playable areas, but there's a couple of high grounds that one can play. Dream Team looking to occupy one. Side of -1 looking for a way into the circle, with shots coming in through from no rage. Not going to be able to stop them for the time being, as they have FAKEWASTAKEN to deal with around those sides or those axes of the circle. So really want to see how this one plays. I like the fact that they've gone for the buildings close to the shorelines. You know, you kind of feel a little bit secure with the way your back is. So not too much to worry about there. Every other team does seem to be heading straight, you know, somewhere close to the center. -1 holding a very long split right now, and it does look like Severny might just be their final destination. But you know what I always say about when we have just one city in the zone like that, or even city at all in that circle, you do not want to, you know, really or fully commit to that city early, because if that zone does not favor the city, it becomes a troublesome task to actually leave the city. And we're already seeing the side of -1 suffering the what? Should we say the fruit of their labor? All I know is that they're suffering for that move, as they've already lost one player on that rotation.
All right. So, wait, Kraus, is the stream showing again? I saw somebody say the stream is not showing. Okay, I think it's fine now. I think it's fine now. I saw that for a moment, so because I just went to the chart to just check if everything was okay. But it does look like things are still okay and everything. Some action. I'll keep an eye on some of the action that is happening. And all the teams are beginning to pepper themselves small. You do have Fake, Shakid, who is just hiding in this corner right next to his teammates, Finks. And they're just waiting for something to happen. They're right next to a team, but I'm not really sure what team that is. Just gonna spy and try to take a look around. So it does look like it is Rage. Yeah, there's Rage who's around their vicinity. And there's also 10-11. So somehow 10-11 has found a way to survive so far. They're hanging on there.
I mean, we do see them being the #1 team on the leaderboards. I'm not too surprised to see that they're able to survive with just a 2-man squad trying to grab themselves some placement points up on board. And now it becomes a question about the teams in the lobby going to allow that one happen. Are they really aware of the amount of players that 10-11 actually did bring into the lobby? And speaking of not just 10-11 Invincibles, there's also another team that really popped off yesterday, starting the Clatter of Clans, and today we still see them quite alive. They're still holding down to the fort, maybe not looking as strong as one would have expected, as they did start to lose players early on in the game. But we'll see how well they're able to hold on. We're down to 11 squads left, 32 players to hold on in this final game. Severny does still seem to be favored by that next zone shift. So Red Shield find themselves in a very good position. Same thing can be said about 4 before AM. And we see this idea of Saint trying to find a way to infiltrate Severny from that southern edge. Love the fact that they're just keeping the southern edge and not really fully committing towards that city. As I said, once that zone moves away, it becomes very, very troublesome. But 11 teams, this zone is a little too small to accommodate that amount of players. So we're going to start to see everyone go at each other in just a matter of seconds. The flex. I really have to say, impressive play coming in through from the side of Sense, really. That player holding up Daco, holding down in this little shack, being able to prevent a couple of teams from going. Nice for eyes on the side of Dream Team. Maybe taking those shots, not the best of ideas, given that Dream Team is still up as a full squad, and they can decide to fully commit to this, to this shack, to at least take out this one problem that they might have when it comes to rotating into the circle. But we'll really see how Dream Team is going to play this one. And Dream Team, another team that I'm not keeping my eye out on them, but I'm looking forward to seeing them actually blow my mind going into this finals. I have spoken to them before, maybe not to them, but about them, saying like I really do not like how they play the game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them prove me wrong and show me that the way they play can actually work in this, in competitive PUBG Mobile. Starting to lose more numbers there, as our Fake was taking, looking to handle some of the players there from No Rage. Sent still looking to find their way, and that zone inevitably moves out of Severny, and now is where it starts to become troublesome. Everyone needs to start to move. I like the fact that Sent, even despite losing one player, they're still not losing sight on the side of Dream Team. They understand what they need to do towards the side of Dream Team, so that is something that I love to see.
Yeah, definitely. You can see several different teams are also trying to get into that beautiful position within that zone. But here comes Fatal as he does trap down one of the players from Solo. And Solo not having the easiest of times as they've got the numbers around them. And they turn the sights onto Mighty, but he's not able to put him down as the return fire is quite dangerous. He's surrounded by several different teams. He's the last one up for now as he's looking to see if he can continue to get those eliminations to come through. but there's so much going down at the same time in several different positions that it's almost hard to keep track of everything as the teams continue to go guns blazing. We'll try to take a look.
Metro too much actually looking to draw closer towards the rock. Here comes the support though, coming in through from Solo Esports. Love to see that one as we're starting to see the moves coming in through. Grenades in the hand of Metro too much. Current fragging leader of the lobby. DBS in the hands there of Malone, looking to find that snake in the grass. But here comes Metro. He's got the DBS on the go. Finds the knock, and the second knock would come through, and that is going to be a GG. Well played. 10-11 remain alive, but they lose one player. Here comes Dream Team for a little bit of trouble on towards that eastern edge of the circle. Metro having to hold on the fort, but not quite able to find the knock just yet. Holding up as we see Fake just holding down towards that shoreline, watching the side of Royal Blood make their way into the circle. And now here comes the shot from Shakti. Not quite able to find one knock as his player falls. Stepping there, but the support fire, more shots will be coming in through. The vehicle explosion takes a little bit of damage, maybe a lot of damage, but not quite able to find enough just yet. The second vehicle explosion, however, would do the trick. But Royal Blood, they've got the numbers advantage. They can continue to play this one, but you just got to admire the accuracy coming in through, the stability coming in through from the spray from Shahid there. The only player out here in the zone really coming in through from Fake was taken. At Solo holding on the fort. Sent already up to 10 eliminations, but unfortunately down to just the one player. Still alive in this one. They've got two players holding down strong as we await how the rest of this game ends. 10 players left, 5 teams to go. And we start to see Red Shield making their moves. They're down to just the 2 players. If they had more players, they would have been looking more promising. Roach doing a lot of heavy lifting right now. 3 eliminations for the team, and all 3 coming in through from Roach. See Dream Team holding a little bit of a split now on towards the south and the eastern edge of the circle. Red Shield looking to find a way in from that western front. Dream Team, they've got a lot of eyes on the circle. I think it's only a matter of time before Slinger spots someone. We're excited to see the Roach now moving towards the sides there of Shahid, but we know that man doesn't miss too much. Red Shield getting sent back into the lobby, and now that position there of Slinger is exposed. Vehicle explosion does take damage. Shahid, this player, really a one-man soldier right now.
Man, who is this guy? He continues to be absolutely outstanding in this game as he is being absolutely amazing. He continues to pop on those shots. He might just be able to win this on his own. There are 2 Dream Team players, but they currently are split apart, and all he has to do is take down one of them. Nova and Slinger are currently they got the numbers, so but can they play this to their advantage? It's all about how quick his reactions can be to take down at least one of them, and maybe a nade might just do the trick.
I mean, it's a 1v2 situation. Slinger's got an idea of where that player is, but Shahid gets the nade though. And now it's a 1v1. Slinger does not have the zone. And here's where it starts to get crazy, because now Shahid has got all the advantage he needs. And I really do not want to pin blames, but they did know where that player was. And those grenades coming in through from Shahid, coming in absolutely clutch, trying to block a little bit of an angle. It is a 1v2. He definitely knows where Slinger is, awaiting that move from the circle, because he knows that player not in the zone. And Shahid is just going to be holding up as we start to see Slinger trying to make a little bit of a smoke path. No vehicles to work with, which means he has to move on his feet. And Shahid, blinded by his own smoke, not going to be able to spray that player down as Slinger looks to make it towards the next rock of cover, but it's not going to happen. The HP bar is being chunked up, and Slinger needs to move just a little bit into the zone. He has to play the battle of return fire. But Shahid has got all the cover in the world. He can work with it. Slinger currently being shot at from every direction, trying to hold on the fort. Might be looking to deny the points, but at the same time might just want to take on the 1v1. Does he want to challenge his ability to return fire? And I think he's choosing for the denial. As you see him just holding on behind that rock. He knows it is all done. The spray is coming in through from Shahid.
Oh my.
That is going to be a chicken dinner coming in through from the side here of Fake was taken. 6 eliminations to go alongside it, but you cannot count out the efforts and the work that was done from the side here of Shahid. That man really doing the word. I almost don't want to call him Shahid. You can just call him Shaman at this point, because that was stuff of men that he was able to pull off in that game.
Man, absolutely amazing stuff we saw right there from Shakid. I mean, it was well capped off with that winner chicken dinner, and he did quite well. He did justice in the game, as he was clearly deserved that win, and most especially he did it all on his own, while teams like RSG were all circulating around his position. So great stuff from Shakid, and hopefully we will see them again in the next one. But in the meantime, Crowns, we'll take a quick break. Hopefully we'll have the leaderboard by the time we're back, and we'll be ready to go. All right, guys. See you in a couple of minutes. One more guy, my whole...
I know you're in front of us. And I think it's time we talk it out and forget all the fuss. And if it's not me, I'll have to understand, and I'll be out your way. No drama involved, but if you feel it's me, if you feel I'm the one, you gotta need to make a way for me to see. That's for me, you're the one in my heart. Time won't come till the end, I'ma always be right by your side. But that's for me, you're the one in my heart. Time won't come till the end, I'ma always be right by your side. I know you're
guys, welcome back as we are about to head into the next game of the night. That first game was an exciting one right there, Crowns.
Yep, really exciting one, not gonna lie. Really interesting to also see that it was a solo that actually did take the game home. Given that we were saying, it's hard to survive as a solo, but Shakit there from Fake was taking, making it look easy as he was able to grab himself the winner chicken dinner, gearing the team towards victory. That team was in 14th position heading into this game, or the first game of the day. So that chicken dinner, I believe that was like 16 points to add towards their tally, would definitely be pushing them towards somewhere, higher on the leaderboard.
All right, so we'll join in with the boys right now and see exactly where they're headed to. You can see that fly path moving all the way from that north central position all the way towards that southeastern region at Puerto Parisio. Did I pronounce that word? Did I try?
I would say you tried. At least you made it sound Spanish,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that works. Me, on the other hand, I would have butchered it. I think I call it Paraiso. But anyway, the playing path does look to be nice, though, taking us all the way from the Oasis to Paraiso, as said by Fire there. So nothing too stressful. El Pozo should be within reach for the side of Rich Shield. Toria Humada, Campo Militar, all accessible. Chumacera, Picado, Power Grid, all accessible. Mountain, whoever a little too far. Actually, scratch Chumacera out because I don't think Chumacera is going to be reachable without a vehicle. El Azar, Impala, and Puerto itself, Los Leones, all accessible. The San Martin and Hacienda del Patron also going to be accessible. So we're going to be looking forward to seeing how these teams will be doing their landing going into this game.
All right, so we'll continue to keep an eye on them and see how they progress as all the teams are looking to showcase what exactly it is that they are capable of. But speaking of capable of, who are you going to give your caster course in this second game?
Going into the second game of the day, I'd say I'm looking forward to FAKEWASTAKEN once more. I want to see if they can continue with that consistency that they showed us, or if they would be able to use that energy, the vibe that they have coming in through from winning the first game of the day, see if they will be able to bring that energy going into the second game of that day. Playing path, make that the zone somewhere around that south eastern side, so nothing too stressful. A couple of these teams already find themselves on the in the zone, so we'll be looking forward to seeing the rest of the teams that are outside the zone make their rotations come through. Rage Shield surprisingly not going to Opposo. I think they decided to stop it just on the outskirts there of San Martin. Going to be settling for a little bit of scrappy loot right now. Maybe not the best, as they seem to be quite close to some of the players there from Navy SEALs.
All right, we'll see how they do and how they continue to fare as things are, going to get very feisty in just a bit. But for now, everyone's looking to see if they can get their loot on. You can see the boys from RSG are already beginning to take on some teams. We'll be hopping on them in just a bit, as we do hope to see that fight coming through. They do have 2 eliminations to their name. I'm not sure exactly what team they've taken out, but it does look like they took out Navy, right? Took out some players from Navy.
Yeah, it was the Navy SEALs. They did want it. I think they just wanted to stop, grab a couple of loots, get themselves some vehicles, and get into the circle. But I guess the players there from Navy SEALs got a little too close for comfort, and Rage Shields, they don't play with such opportunities, getting themselves 2 eliminations to get started in the game. FOWLPLAY, having one player not jump with the rest of the squad to Picado, maybe not too nice right now. Look forward to seeing Station 5 make it form that happy reunion with the rest of the team. That is something that I'm looking forward to seeing coming through from them. Rage Shield gonna have to be forced to rotate late again in this game, given that now they're just going to Opposo to get their loot on.
We'll continue to keep an eye and see how that does build out, as Shakir is also looking to find some loot, but it does look like they did spot some of those players. I do believe it was from Solo, and they had to just retreat away from that position for now, as they don't want to be getting themselves into some early trouble. Remember the last game that they won, it was down to the Shakid to perform for the team, so they probably do not want that to repeat itself again. This time around, give themselves a chance to win the game, but this time not lay down all the burden on this man right here.
Yeah, and right now it does look like Fake was taken, having a little bit of trouble with decision making here. I don't think anybody on the squad has got themselves weapons just yet, and they've just been driving around. I really do not know where they're going. It does seem like they might be driving towards Monte Nuevo, but right now it's starting to look a little bit scary the way they're playing, given that I've just chosen them to be that team that I know or that I want to actually perform well in this game. And right now seeing them settle for scrappy loot all around the board, not quite having a drop location at least that I can say, starts to become a little bit troublesome and worrisome for that team.
All right, we'll see how things perform for them, as they will hope to perform a lot better and put up the same amount of performance that they had in the previous game. But this time around, keeping your squad as intact all the way into that final circle. Now, we're talking about something earlier on, crowns, diverse, right? Samsung, iPhone. This is Samsung. This is iPhone. This is Samsung. And this is iPhone.
Well,
Samsung, why have you disgraced me?
I don't think we'll be looking or we'll be trying to mention Samsung when we start to talk about gaming, especially PUBG Mobile. But hey, give them a little bit of time. They probably will figure it out. As I said, the S24, they were able to load it up with 2 chipsets. So, maybe the S24 might be the one that would stand out for gaming or mobile gaming.
I've tried
the rest of the phase.
I've tried for Android. I've been an advocate. I think it is time that I bury it.
But I think the Asus ROGs and the what do they call them?
They were the same. They were the same. Like when it comes to streaming, they were all the same. None of them ever did well. None of them. Not one.
Well. I don't want to say it, but yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I was an advocate. Yeah. I was an advocate for so long, but man, this is just terrible. Like, look at this. Like, this is just terrible. Look at this. This is supposed to be a top tier phone. This is S23. Come on.
Like, I don't know. Maybe, come on. Maybe the times 100 zoom will be able to assist it to render even better. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Well, we're starting to see a little bit of rotations coming in through. 10-11 starting their rotation early, not something that we see too much from them. This time they were able to make it into the game with all 4 players this time. RAG, Real Academy and League, currently out there in La Cobera holding down the fort. 4v4M decided to go to Cruz de Valley, and we're already seeing them still get looted up there. El Azhar is going to be occupied by 4RK, as we see them just chilling on that end. Out in the smack dab center of the circle, we've got the players there from Navy SEALs. They were down to just 2 players early on in the game, and right now they've sent it into La Bendita, which, well, would be a good position to hold, especially early in the circle. But as a 2-man squad, maybe not too ideal to find yourself in that position just yet.
Yeah, we'll see how that one continues to play out for them. We'll keep an eye on it and see. But who's your money on in this game?
Right now, based on positioning, I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing from the side of Invincibles. They do look to be driving somewhere close to that La Bendita area, given that we didn't really see them play well in that first game of the day. I believe coming into the second game, we should be seeing more from them. Yesterday, we didn't see them play all games with a full squad. We're hoping they will be able to find themselves. Actually, right now in this game, they do have 4-man team in here, so that is good for them. Other than that, I do see the side there of 300X, that's 300 Spartans, holding on a very good position too. As they make it somewhere closer to the center of the circle. And the reason why I'm calling the good position is because it's almost certain that if you're making it into the center of the circle in that first zone, by the time that next zone does show up and collapse, you are most certainly guaranteed to be in, if not in the next zone, relatively close to that next circle. So, you do not have too much to worry about.
All right, so we'll keep an eye on that and see how it plays out for this, guys. As you can see that the rotations are already beginning to ensue. we're curious to see who is the team that makes it into great spots and great positions. But for me, I'm going to say that I do think that we're going to see. We're going. I hope I don't give them a caster cost, but I do think that we're going to see more this time around from the boys from 10-11. They've not been able to show exactly their dominance in this game, exactly what they're capable of. But we'll just keep an eye on them and see how they continue to progress as things are, just itching so far. You can see that map. Several different teams are already beginning to get quite close to each other within that center circle. The Invincibles as well. Now, this Invincibles are one of those teams that I don't know how to explain it. I really don't know how to explain. You said what?
Can we see the next zone?
Okay.
Keep going. I'm trying to see where you're going with this.
Yeah. Okay, so that zone is shifting towards that southeastern side, and Invincibles already find themselves in there. I do believe FOWLPLAY too as well.
Yeah, you were saying something about the Invincibles.
I think the Invincibles are one of those teams that my heart beats, right? I remember back when they would meet Active Gaming a lot, and when they meet Active Gaming, I always skip a bit, because Sean X, Rooney, you never really know what's going to happen. But it just seems like, they can be very aggressive, and sometimes that aggressiveness might get the better of them, where they lose, one or two players, but they keep going. They get their eliminations, but they're not winning enough games. What do you think it is?
Well, really left to me, I wouldn't say to necessarily win enough games. Really, it would be a situation of if you've lost two players early on in the game, or if you've lost two players amidst when you already have say 6 to 7 eliminations, you might as well just continue on the aggression as compared to just tuning it down and letting the adrenaline wear off. Try to see as many eliminations as you can get, and if you can get yourself a good positioning up to 5th position, you're still gonna be. If you get enough elims, you're probably gonna be, in terms of rankings overall, you probably find yourself even higher than 5th position. But really, I think it's just a situation of they've not just found that perfect 4th. We did see them they're always having that recruitment coming in through. So we do see that Diva, Sean X, Constance in the team. But however, they've not just been able to find that 4th that would work for them. And speaking of the Invincibles, we do see them in their own engagement here now with the side there of No Rage.
All right, so we'll turn into them in just a second as we're looking to see if just gonna quickly tune into them because I don't know when that screen moved away from Invincibles just before I switched it. It was actually on Invincibles, and once I switched, it moved away. But go on.
But anyway, the Invincibles are already down to 1 though. Sean X to hold on to 4. They're down to a little HP. And once again, I'm just going to say this. No Rage have been taking fights so well. And we've seen them do that well in game 1. And going into game 2 now. And they're not just taking out any teams. They're out here coming in through for the big names. We're seeing them taking out FOWLPLAY, who are sitting down in 6th position. Now we see them taking out the side of Invincibles, who are in 2nd position. We're forcing Sean X to have to leave this fight, try to get himself up. I'd be like, wait, Abi doesn't want to grab banner. But anyway, leaving the fight, making it into other parts of the circle, and to be honest, Invincibles not quite going for that push too well, as they did get that first knock. Unfortunately, not quite able to capitalize on that one. FAKEWASTAKEN find themselves in their own skirmish with the side of FOWLPLAY somewhere around Lab and Dita on down southwestern edge of the circle there. So already start to see them take a couple of shots. FOWLPLAY already down by 1 player. So we see the rest of the squad looking to see if they can grab that revive. Out there on the crown of Bendita is where we start to see it. And this is what I was saying about the La Bendita area. It's a very good spot to hold as a full squad. Get one player knocked, and the revive, you can already see, is already starting to get processed. 96 already finding a little bit of a return fire onto the side of Fake was taken. And I believe Fake was taken would realize that, you know what, this is not a fight that we want to take. They would have to go for that rotation. But that rotation would see them running straight into the hands there of Rage Shield.
Well, I hope you guys are ready for the action that's going to happen in a moment now. I'm just going to read a little bit of the charts. 3 more subs to get to 1K. If you have not subscribed and you're watching the stream, I see 551 people. In case you didn't know, it's free, Sha. There's no payment. So I would say this: if you enjoy the content, and only if you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Only if, okay? I think it's important to say that, because you know it hurts the algorithm if somebody who doesn't enjoy the content actually subscribes. So if for any reason you hate us, you don't like us, you think we're the worst, don't worry, you don't help. But if you enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe. We're just 3 away from 1,000, away from that beautiful 1,000. So please hit that subscribe while we begin to watch this potential fight between RSG and FOWLPLAY.
Yeah, somewhere on the southern side too, we start to see this idea of the idea of Scent Esports. But however, FOWLPLAY already letting their presence be known. So they already start to take shots towards the side of Rage Shield. FOWLPLAY already having 4 eliminations, already starting to show us that form that we expected from them. We did see another zone shift going straight to the smack dab center, favoring this idea of Minas Generalis. And this is where I now start to look. You know, teams that are finding themselves around the crown of Bandita, especially FOWLPLAY, they would have to take out the teams that are around them, aka Rage Shield and Navy SEALs, and hold on to that crown of Bandita, play that position to the finest, and they would be able to grab themselves a very good game if they're able to play this southwestern edge of the circle very well. Can we just get like a view of the zone there?
Definitely. I'll just zoom in for a moment and just take a look at where several different teams are currently positioned in. Do see the boys from FOWLPLAY continuing to send on them shots and being absolutely outstanding, as we just have 1 player left from Navy. And it is just Tenko who is trying as much as possible to see if he can evade the boys from FOWLPLAY who are lurking around this region. They're hunting, they're searching for that final elimination. The current is in now with 5 of those eliminations so far. You can see that 96 is quite itching to get more blood on his hands. But speaking about blood on his hands, Solo gets dropped down. And Solo has is having quite a tough time, but he has some cover crowns and they might just be able to get this revive.
Yeah, and they're not coming in through from like a long range position, you know, coming in through from the side of of Rage Shield. It's just long range engagements coming in through from their ends. So that revive is going to be something that will be processed, and I would have expected Rage Shield to not push really, to actually use that knock as their excuse, that medium, the distraction that they need from the side of FOWLPLAY to make their way into that circle early on time, because you don't want a situation where FOWLPLAY is out there gatekeeping you from getting into that circle. Down there on that southern edge of the circle, we do still see the side of Royal Blood and Scent still going at it, with Steph finding that knock onto the side there of Flow. It's starting to look a little bit bumpy for the side of Scent, as they do lose all players, currently being the first team to get eliminated in the lobby.
Wait, who took them off?
They did go out to the side of Royal Blood.
Oh my. Wait, you sure? Wait, is this Royal Blood? Wait, let me switch. Is this Royal Blood?
This is Royal Blood. Yeah, so Royal Blood in cooperation with the side of 300X. Themselves, was it 300X? Yeah, but I know Saints did lose some players early on in the game, and now they did lose their last player to the side of Royal Blood. But anyway, Royal Blood on the other hand, looking for a way into that circle, crashing onto that position being held by the side here of of No Rage. Maybe not the position, or maybe not the team that you really want to crash. As you can see, No Rage already warding them away, shifting them back with those shots. Unfortunately, they would not be able to push. It's not going to be a worthy push, at least not now. Maybe if that zone moves, they might just be able to go for that push, but for the time being, Royal Blood still have a little bit of the advantage when it comes to pushing up to this position. They can just hold it up in this little bit of a deep that they have to work with here. So we're still down to 15 teams, 51 players holding down the fort in Miramar.
Man, I wouldn't push this if I was them. I would just chill, bruh. That's what I'll do. But I'm not them. You know, I'm not good in PUBG, so at least not anymore. So.
Another moment of truth, though, looking to come through as that zone about to close again. Looking for that phase 3 circle. And to be honest, if FOWLPLAY had played this how I wanted them to play it, or how I said to play, they would have been in a very, very good position. And they still actually can be in that good position as the Crown of Bendita, still very much in that circle. They would have so much high ground, so much cover to also play with, because as I said, it's a crown. You're pretty much covered from every angle, you know. But I don't know if they're aware of this solo, but rather they are aware of not, I don't think it should be slowing them down this much, because really, if they stay up too much on this side, Rage Shield will just be the ones sweeping up all the eliminations that, you know, they are supposed to be getting. But we'll see how well they're able to play this one. We're starting to see rotations come through, that play path or that play zone moving, forced a lot of teams getting into that vehicles to start their rotations up on time. And you know, not too many teams have themselves such good positions, and I'm pretty sure everyone's eyes is on the crown, but they most likely wouldn't want to push up to that crown because they know, for one, there has to be a team on the Crown of Bendita this late into the zone or into the game.
Interesting stuff. You know, Tenko's the last one and is currently just trying as much as possible to chill. Just chill. He's been able to evade and hide away from the boys from FOWLPLAY. Will we see another solo come through and clutch it like we saw in the previous one? Is that going to be our boy Tenko Reef this time around? We'll see. We'll find out.
I think it's just going to be a little bit of a, maybe not even just a little bit, a lot of a disturbance to the side of FOWLPLAY. Don't think it's going to allow them really play too much once they start to take those shots, or once it starts to see that they're a little bit distracted. Speaking of distraction, up on that northeastern edge of the circle, we're starting to see -1 esport or -1 rebel drawing closer and closer towards the side of Royal Academy. It might just be avoiding them for the time being, but it's only a question of how long can you do that. There is only so many places you can play the circuit. 50 players alive, the zone is a little too small, and indeed the decision would be to crash up onto the side of Royal Academy. And now, here comes the push. Here comes the skirmish that we've been waiting for, as we see grenades now currently being in the hands there of, I believe that is Liradi or Lyrad. We're not going to be sending it out just yet, as grenades now from the side of -1 looking for their own damage. Not quite able to find any for the time being. And even down there up towards that north, you see 10-11 also getting started. Right now, it's a whole lot of fights going on at the same time. But Lyrad looking for a little bit of a knock, not quite able to find it just yet, as they're looking to play with the cover that they have of this fence.
Man, tough scene so far, as we're seeing fights go down in every single corner. You can see over X-Ray, on the other hand, getting taken out by 4B4M. We'll turn our sights back onto this fight as
Royal Academy, though, still looking to hold down the fort, though. Coming in through from the side, it's going to be Lyra to find the knock. Instant thirst to follow suit, no time to waste. As we see Solo Esports also still coming in through from behind, but Lyra and the rest of Royal Academy not going to allow that one. Draw them back, slow them down. As we're still seeing them looking for those knocks coming in through. Shadow has to start to make that move, as -1 still looking to hold down the fort. They've got 2 players left looking to come in through from that push, as Whip looking to grab himself a little bit of loot. Lyra finds that information, goes for the push up, looks for the shot, doesn't quite find it. HP bars drained down to the minimum, as the rest of -1 have to hold down the fort. Danny Brown, I saw on the elimination field taking himself out, but we're not going to be focusing on that, at least not just yet. We start to see foul play going for that full send onto them. But -1, getting into that vehicle, leaving that engagement. Smart play coming in through from them. They're down to just the 2 players. They cannot risk this one. Let's move over to the side of Rage Shield as they're looking to continue that fight with the side there of foul play. 1 player already down for Rage Shield. It's going to be the side of Mystic. Grenades going upstairs. Doesn't quite find any knock just yet. As Flower C holding on outside. Looking to hold on the fort. Foul play. Not quite pushing this one as I would have expected. They've got Molotovs doing in the damage, but they only have 2 players still in the vicinity in play station, or in station 5 and Lone Wolf. Although they did have a couple of their players on the top of the hill, but I would have expected to see a more aggressive push coming in through from the side there of foul play, given that they do not have the zone. I'm actually very surprised right now that they're not going for that push.
Well, Lone Wolf still doing his thing. They will obviously be itching to get their man back up into the game as 96 is currently down, but Rage Shield surrounding this position as PUBG opened the door for us now so we can see.
Which player now? Foul play not quite getting this one right now. They already have 6 eliminations, but now they're down to 2 players. As I said, they should have fully committed to that building being held by Rage Shield, but it does look like they wasted a little bit of time. No Rage on the other hand though, driving and circling around that position, not quite going in through for the fight just yet. We do lose Solo Esports on the main time as that zone does move again. Dream Team coming in through with the grenades to send the side of foul play back and packing. Rage Shield continue to remain alive in this compound. 2 eliminations that they're able to have at the same time, or at the time being, 3 players still left alive. 10-11 still alive as a full squad.
All right, there's still a lot of action in this game. I hope you guys are pretty ready for what is going to be a good finale so far. We'll turn our sights onto the boys from Dream Team as there currently are so many different bodies in front of them as they turn their sights onto the boys from Rage. There's also RSG right there on the kill feed. I also do see the boys from 10-11 as they got, I do believe they got a knock onto the boys from RSG. I spoke about 10-11 early on in this game that I was hoping to see them perform a lot better, and now it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking on shots from a distance towards several different teams. They do have a position within that zone. And show meat, please. Who is it like new players totally? Where's Bego? Who's Bego? Bego will be CEO, right?
No.
Final boss.
No. You just don't worry about that. Anyway, you just know it is a 10-11 squad. Playing around with the names for the time being. Already up to 11 eliminations. Admirable stuff coming in through from them. Dream Team losing 1 more player. I do not know how, but Rage Shield though continue with the prowess, and I'm loving this attitude that I'm seeing from them. Dream Team down to 2 players, and I do not know where Archer is looking to go through, but Shahid from Fake was taking him out. 10-11 looking for the sprays. Doesn't quite find any to connect just for the time being, but Rage Shield find themselves in a little bit of a pinch, or maybe a lot of a pinch, and Danny Brown, for a weird reason, is looking absolutely bulletproof for the time being, as the shots are not just connecting, but Danny Brown owns him, takes him down, and it's going to be 3 players left for the side of 10-11.
Man, Danny Brown with his juju, you know.
There's no other way to explain that apart from Jazz. 13 eliminations for the side there of 10-11 as Rage Shield looking to feel more confident as they start to push up the hill. But final boss takes out the left-hand side, completely giving the side of 10-11 more space. But Danny Brown, grenade sent out towards Metro, absolutely on the money as he gets the knock. 10-11 now, suffering from the side. A CEO down to hold on the fort, but he's going to be looking to send it out towards the side of Rage Shield. Doesn't quite find the knock, and now they know where he is. It's a situation. Do we want to take him out with the grenade, or do we want to push him as a full squad? But it's going to be the latter as we start to see third parties coming in through. FAKEWASTAKEN still alive on this one as they continue to be a pinch. Trouble for the side there of 10-11. Shahid on the other hand also still doing the work, and FAKEWASTAKEN really being a pin a nail in the coffin, really, for the side of both teams as CEO looking to push up, looking for a couple of shots, but he's been spotted there by Roach, and Roach to send him back and packing. And it is a 1v2 once more. Fake was taken, still alive. Shahid and Rook Baby to hold down the fort. And Roach is left with a huge decision to make. Does he want to take the 1v2? Or is he looking for the chance for the revive? But that revive is out of the question. And now Fake was taken, looking to go for 2-on-2. Shahid looking to push up. They are aware, they know where he is. He's in the floor, they spot him. And it is 2-over-2. For the side there of Fake was taken. Rogue Baby and Shahid, 7 eliminations. And the winner chicken dinner. They are propelling themselves to the top of the leaderboard with this one. 2 back-to-back chicken dinners coming through from Fake was taken. And I'm just impressed because I said I wanted to see them bring that attitude, bring that momentum that they got from that first game of the day, and this time they were able to do it. Now with 2 players, so now going into the third game, I believe they might get the chicken dinner. Maybe this time with 3 players. Maybe it's a pattern that we're seeing here from Fake was taken, but it is absolutely bonkers what they've just pulled off in Miramar.
All right, guys. So you've seen it. You've seen it so far. They've gotten 2 of those eliminations. Sorry, 2 of those winner chicken dinners so far, and they did have seven kills to their name, with Rogue Baby getting 4 as well as Shakid. But we got to still mention the boy Danny Brown, who was absolutely amazing in that final circle, taking out a couple of players from 10-11. But that being said, we are done with our second game of the night. We will be moving into our third, but we just got to apologize that we do not have the leaderboards. Have some technical difficulties, but we'll have them for you on our social media channels when we're done with today's game. So that being said, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back for game 3 in just a moment. See you soon.
and I'ma always be right by your side. I know you're the one. I know our time will come. I feel you in my heart. I see you in my dreams. I keep you in my prayers. That's what
All right, guys. So we're heading into our third game of the night. So far, it has been amazing. Shakid, as they did win that second game of the night. So maybe, just maybe, they can go ahead and chill and have a comfortable one in this third one, because they've done the work for the night. They don't even need to be here anymore. They've gotten enough points to. I don't know what I'm saying. I haven't seen the leaderboards anyways, but let's see how this game goes, crowds.
They started off the day in 12th position. Now they've gotten themselves 2 chicken dinners. I believe that is 17 points and 16 points that they were able to accrue in the last 2 games. So, that should be putting them up towards that 4th position, 3rd position, somewhere around there. So the work is not really done just yet. Welcome to Sandhawk. I'm really not expecting too much in Sandhawk because of how chaotic that map can be. So, very chaotic, very unpredictable. Really not... too expectant in terms of teams that I'd love to see do well. But anyway, rotations are not going to be coming in through just yet, as everyone is just landing. This is so funny. But anyway, a couple of hot drops coming in through. FOWLPLAY finding themselves in Wando, as they do find themselves in Hao, holding down the fort. They're here up against the side here of Solo Esports, who takes the crown of the king of Hao, is what we want to see here going into this game. But anyway, Lone Wolf and placed what? FOWLPLAY only coming in with just 2 players. And at this point, I just believe they're intentionally throwing, because it cannot make sense. But anyway, Still, everybody's still alive. 16 players, 16 teams, 61 players. Just kind of inverted if you look at it, and that's great. The side of 44M though have themselves already around the outskirts, and you can just tell this team probably heard those shots yesterday and did not third party, and I believe they do not want to make the same the same mistake, that they may have made yesterday. But anyway, FOWLPLAY just holding up behind the fence, trying to gather as much information. But Station 5 is going to fall first to the side there of Solo, as that's one player down. FOWLPLAY down. One more player. A couple of shots. A little find one day, looking for two, but will fall. And that is going to be the end of the side of FOWLPLAY, as they do not emerge victorious. Coming in with only 2 players, going in for a hot drop, maybe not the best of ways to approach a Sandhawk game. But anyway, 4v4M, they've heard those shots. Do look to be driving around the outskirts, looking for a little bit of action, but it's going to be a little too late for the side there of 4v4M for the time being, as Solo Esports are able to grab themselves their reset.
All right, so we've seen some action coming down from Solo Esports, but now 4v4M is looking to lurk around this position. They've had the shots coming through, and they're looking to see if they can get in on some action themselves, but Reach might just be moving away from that position. There might be a potential shots coming through right there from the boys from 4R who are up on that hill. He might not have spotted them, but I do believe that things are quite dangerous for Rich, as it might be spotted and gone down.
Zone up towards that northern side. Quite a lot of water in the zone, by the way. Looking at somewhere around 30 to 40% of water there, or maybe 30% would be fine. The zone is up towards that north, as I said, kind of splitting the map a little bit, but I believe it shouldn't be too much of a trouble, not too much of decision making that we'll be expecting from the teams going into this game. But anyway, in terms of hot drop, Hatin currently being held by the side of Dream Team. Royal Blood on the outskirts, on just the bridge. Sent on the outskirts of Camp Alpha, looking to just get looted up. 10-11 out there in boot camp. Fake was taken out there in Painan. Invincibles on the outskirts of Ruins. Royal Academy in Kampong. Down there in Camp Charlie is where we're seeing that elimination feed dancing, where we have the side of Navy SEALs going up against 300X. I believe that is 300X Esports, correct? No Rage, maybe on the outskirts of Paradise, and Rage you just out there towards the north.
I actually thought it was 300 Spartans. I actually thought that was the name. Actually, like if you had asked me, like, if it was up to me, I was going to say 300 Spartans. So thank God they said something else. So I'm just going to call them 300 for now, so I don't butcher anybody's name.
They decided to stop being Spartans, decided to come into the 21st century. So took out the Spartans, keeping just it as esports. But anyway, right now, just holding down to the fort, though, out there in Camp Charlie. They did get themselves one elimination, quite enough to send every other person back out of their vicinity. Only one team lost so far. That is the side there of FOWLPLAY. Invincibles making their way over to the Trifecta region, with Rage looking to find a little bit of an entry point into Paradise Resorts.
All right, so we can already see that zone moving all the way towards that northern side. 10-11 is still sitting somewhere in that center of the circle. Right there, just basically not off boot camp. There's still so many different teams around that vicinity outside the zone, as we do see Navy as well as the boys from Fake looking to push through from that southern central side. There's still 300 as well who might be getting into a skirmish, as the line across them is just up north of them is both Fake and Navy. So heading towards the zone, they might find themselves in some trouble. But speaking of trouble, we're now beginning to see the boys from 4v4M deal some shots onto Solo.
Took them a long time to find that entry, but that is 2 knocks that they will be able to find, and I really hope they're going to capitalize on that one right now. It's not looking like they are, as they did find themselves 2 knocks on that side. Metty Boy from the side of Solo Esports still looking to fall back a little bit, maybe look at the chances of getting that revive, but it's out there in the open. Finds that knock. The instant test might be coming through. as 4v4M lose 1 and make that 2 now, as they're able to return the favor now. It's now a 2v2, and 4v4M have slept on this one, and now they are reaping the fruit of their labor. Sammy running out to the open, sparks like a star, or sparks like fireworks, does get taken out, and 4v4M, what did look to be a very strong looking for them, turned its heads onto them, and now they're down to just the 1 player to hold down the fort.
Okay, so at first it was looking like they were going to take on the boys from Solo Esports. They had the advantage. They had 2 eliminations to their name, but somehow it's turned on its head. But speaking about things turning on its head, it's also the boys from 10-11 getting 2 eliminations up against the boys from RB, who do have 3 of their own, but Raven as well as Steph have been sent back into the lobby. So things not going quite as well for them so far, but they're still dust-free in this position.
I mean, Real Blood looking to hold that position with the side of 4RK. If that is for Real Ekip holding down the forts. Both teams down to just 2 players holding down. 10-11 out there in the background doing a little bit of third party. And now M Deuce, he's gone. There was I think he knew it. And I think in situations like that, he was waiting for the perfect time to take that shot. But unfortunately, you cannot be hesitant too much. It's behind the fence. You do have the cover, but unfortunately, the numbers advantage coming in through from Solo Esports a little too much for him to handle. Now we've lost 2 teams. Make that 3 teams. So we're down to 13 players left in the lobby. That play zone starting to close up a little bit. 300 Esports looking to find a way into that circle from that western, or make that the eastern edge of the circle. Paradise Results does seem like maybe lava, because both Rage teams, that is No Rage and Rage Shield, looking to avoid that position completely. And I think what we're just seeing here from the teams is pretty much that hesitation, maybe not hesitation, but everyone realizes that right now that we're in the circle, we really need to wait for that next circle to close up so we can actually know where we're going to be headed going into the next game. And yeah, we do get that next zone shift. It does go up a little bit towards the north. So a couple of these teams still holding up, and I think this is what having vehicles in Sandhawk actually does. It gives you that chance to try a little bit of late rotations, giving or allows you to rotate after the zone has moved.
Yeah, we'll see how that one plays out, as teams are now hopping into the vehicle, looking to rotate in towards a better position in that zone. You can already see the boys from Solo, who had lost 1 of the players early on, but they fought their way through, as they said they were not going to get taken out, and they meant it. They meant it, as they held their own in that spot. So kudos to them, as they've been able to hold on so far.
We hope they're going to be able to continue to hold on towards the end of the game. Navy SEAL still out there in Camp Alpha, not looking to want to leave their camp for the time being. Just going to love the Navies now. Anyway, Invincibles looking for a way into the circle, infiltrating from that southern edge. Do look to be driving straight into the arms there of 10-11. We know how welcoming that squad can be, as we're already starting to see the shots fly towards the side there of Invincibles, as Cisco looks to make it into the zone. 1 player has made it out. The rest of the team will be able to make it out, as they, one way or the other, they're able to make that rotation work. 10-11 not quite able to send them packing on that rotation for the time being. Now we're already starting to see, and once again, Invincibles pulling off that rotation just goes to show just how important vehicles can be in this map of Sanhok. So really, I'll be looking for that advantage of having vehicles in Sanhok, because all I've been seeing is disadvantage. But Invincibles showing me a little bit of action there with the vehicle movement.
All right, we'll see how they continue to perform as the game does progress, and how they continue to show exactly what it is that they're capable of. There's some action that's going down, but I have a little bit of technical difficulty for now, so I do apologize. I'm trying as hard as I can to see if I can solve that and get things back rolling. So for now, we're stuck on Solo Malone. I apologize.
Not able to move it out of him.
So there's no other phone that is up right now. All of them have crashed.
They use just this one.
Okay. Wait. Yeah, I'm trying to solve that. I'm trying to solve that. Just give me a second. Give me a second.
Alrighty,
I'm
gonna
trying to
give you
bring them
updates of
back
what
up.
is going on every other part of the zone. We do see 300X finding their way on towards that How area of the map, holding up on the north. Navy SEALs already starting their rotation. They did take a long time, so they're still out there in that blue, looking to make that rotation work. Invincibles, on the other hand, they're able to make it up towards the way of Tatmok. They did lose 2 players, and I believe that was towards the side there of For Real Ekip. Well, right now they will be holding down the fort for real towards that northern side or towards the center side or well western side. Anyway, Dream Team also looking to swim through. Pretty much one of the first teams that I'm seeing swimming through towards the right hand side. Normally, would expect that they would swim up towards the northern side, but it does look like they've been able to get the compound, taking out some of the players there from Royal Blood in their way. But one way or the other, they're able to make it into a good position in the circle.
Okay, so I've been able to sort out the phones thing, so I brought the phones back in, but so that doesn't mean that our map is back into the game as well as the second screens, and what that means is that so many of these guys are just doing their thing. You can see it right there within that northern side. They're inching quite closer and closer towards each other. Dream Team and 4RK. But there's also 10-11 in this game, and this crowns might just be the game where 10-11 finally does get the groove on.
I mean, I'm looking at Rage Shield right now, currently seated on that eastern front of the circle. And I do feel like they're able to make it to the position that is currently being held by the Invincibles. They might just be able to, play a very good game going into this one because, that Tatmok area does seem to be quite the strong position headed into the zone. But up towards the north, we do see 300X Esports looking to get started with Royal Academy. And Real Academy happens to be one on the losing end as they did lose 1 player early on in that engagement. We're already starting to see both teams go up against each other up towards that north.
All right, we'll keep an eye on that. All the way in that northern side in the moment right now as the boys from 300 are going toe-to-toe. And they've been able to grab a couple of eliminations to themselves. And now we'll be looking to see if they can make those rotations into that zone. They're sitting all the way around just north of Cow. And so far, we've still got 11 teams in this lobby. We might be seeing some action go down between Navy and the boys from M1.
I think we're going to be seeing 10-11 get started first as we see them start against the side of Dream Team. Intro knocks have already been found by Metro too much, and I believe that is going to be all going on towards that shoreline as 4 eliminations onto the side there of 10-11, gotten himself now a better position to hold in the circle as we start to see the side there of Rage Shield take some shots towards the side there of No Rage, and this is going to be a tongue twister of the fight.
Man, there are a couple of fights to follow. I said it's just happening at every single corner. Rage Shield doing their thing, able to somehow hold on to a full squad as well. There's also on this corner the boys from Navy just holding on and trying as much as possible to see if they can do their thing. But Rage have been able to get the revive onto Fatal as he's back into the action as RSG are lurking around this corner, looking to see if they can get into a bit of slice of the cake from this particular fight. We'll see how it goes as Hyder is just scouting around and looking to see if he can find the ops around his position as Invincibles are looking to pull through too as well.
Rage are going to be holding up towards the outskirts of Paradise Resorts for the time being. We did see the side of Rage Shield, on the other hand, sending it straight into the center of this new circle. FAKEWASTAKEN looking for their way into the zone, looking to go for a little bit of a slower rotation into this game. As we're starting to see that zone now start to close up little by little. I think the next zone is going to be the one that tells what is going to happen next. Invincible is going to have a lot to handle, though, on that northern side of the circle, given that that new zone is already starting to close, and they have 2 teams just on the outskirts.
All right, things are beginning to get really feisty.
Oh, not the zone. No, Not the zone. Going all the way towards that southwestern edge. 10-11 have themselves a very good position, and I think everyone wants that position at this point. I think they have one of the high grounds in the zone. The only other high ground that is playable would be where that airdrop is situated for the time being. Other than that, only other place to play would be those compounds, and I think that is what Rage Shield have got their eyes on, going for a full squad rotation into that compound there. They would lose one on that rotation though in Roach, getting downed, but they were able to still make it to the compound. That means that should be able to come through, but that compound happens to be the only other thing that can be crashed, so pretty much all the teams would be looking for their way into that one.
Man, what a tough time it is within this zone. As you can see, the boys from Fake are looking as much as possible to see if they can rotate into that central position, but RG is already situated quite comfortably there, and they might just get pushed, and it's not good. I do feel like we're going to see about 3 teams fighting together all at once.
So next though, looking to do a lot of damage towards the side of 300X Esports, but 300X would be able to make it into the zone for the time being. Rage Shield, on the other hand, looking to receive visitors in the tide there of No Rage. On the side of 4RK also would be receiving visitors on the side of 300X, but 300X will get sent back into the lobby instantly. Solo Esports looking to want to hold those high ground around the swamp area of the map. If they're able to hold that high ground, they might just be able to give 10-11 a little bit of a trouble to work with. But right now, everyone does seem to have eyes on that eastern edge of the circle.
RSG, they're currently sitting down with just Flower, and RSG not having quite the game that they probably would have hoped for in Sanderhawk, because they're down to the last player. It's just Flower who is left right here. Also not too far away from them is the boys from 10-11 holding quite a good spot, as they do get another elimination to come through. You know, what would you say about this position?
As I said, 10-11 have a very good position. The only other good position is that Solo Esports is that airdrop side, where Solo Esports, if Solo Esports is able to make it towards that airdrop, they do have a little bit of a reach line to play with and a lot of cover from 10-11, so they might be able to get themselves a little bit more eliminations going on there. But other than that, it's just going to be all trouble on that eastern side, as the zone does favor 10-11 once again. Fake was taken, going for a full send onto the side there of 4RK. They did get that one knock, so that is why I understand why Sphinx is here, to put a little bit of pressure onto that push there, not quite sleeping on it for the time being. And No Rage, they really have to push up onto Rage Shields there if they want to continue to have a free zone in that in this circle. But anyway, 4RK now have to play that much of a defense. M1 trying to go into the water, but they're getting taken out on that side. But Fake was taken now. They're the ones that we've got our eyes on, because they need to go for that full send, but they're getting distracted. Shots coming in through from the side. One of their players knocked, but they are letting that affect their push onto this zone, which should not be the case. But anyway, it is happening. Flower C is getting pushed by the side here of Norway. That was Flower C though, doing the number onto the side there of No Rage. One player already knocked. And here comes, oh no! And you really shouldn't have gotten knocked there. And that is going to be what would have been a very strong position for the side there of Fake was taken. Now has been taken away now. Sphinx would be the last player left to hold down the force. Just out there on the fence, holding on. Just see him prone behind that fence. There's 2 of them, but I don't know if Shahid is going to be able to be revived. Not quite able to make it into the zone. He just needed a little bit of a lift there. And I think Fake was taken, completely forgot about that ability in the game. 10-11 already up to 11 eliminations, though. And it's just courtesy of such great position that they were able to hold. Rage Shield, make that No Rage Esports need to make it into the zone. They're down to just what? No Rage, Fake Was Taken, and Navy SEALs. And would Fake Was Taken be able to hold up, find themselves one of those easy chicken dinners like we've seen them in the first 2 games? And with this position being held here by Sphinx, they might just be able to pull it off. At least maybe a second place finish now, as No Rage looking to force that revive in that zone. The zone is not going to allow them, but neither would the side there of 10-11 allow them get into the circle. But Bad Boys messed up the timing on that med kit, and I don't really see him surviving this one for too long. He's got only one first aid kit left. And the side of Invincible, 10-11. Looking forward to letting this one happen. Sphinx takes some shots, but will get down by the side of 10-11. Well, I've got all eyes on Bad Boy, anticipating that move coming in through from that player, but Bad Boy would be choosing to deny the points. And this is something that I'm enjoying, that I'm seeing coming in through. He's gone, no worries. Something that I'm enjoying coming in through from this team, seeing that now teams are opting to, deny points coming in through from other teams. But anyway, safe to say this is a 10-11 chicken dinner. So just see them jumping around. They are aware of where that last player is, as we can already see Show Meat, looking to find that player. 10-11 do get that zone again. And Metro too much, sends the grenade downstairs. Tick damage is done. And these guys are hungry for that final elimination. Oh, doesn't quite get the knockout. Now they spotted him. Now they know where he is. And they're just out here talking. They're like, hey, bro, what's good? What is good?
I see what he wants
he's
to
gonna
do.
die. Oh, he's gone. He's gonna shoot at him. Oh, they got a grenade. Okay. And that is going to be the chicken dinner going over to the side there of 10-11. Everyone gets 4 eliminations except for final boss, and that is 14 eliminations and the winner chicken dinner in the 3rd game of the day. Navy SEALs getting himself a 2nd place finish. No Rage in 3rd with 5 eliminations. Fake Was Taken getting himself 4th position with 5 elims. And to be honest, that is not even a bad game for the side of Fake Was Taken. If they were able, if that last player, Anur was able to hold down that push on towards the side of Rage, of No Rage, they would have been able to get themselves even better positioning in the zone. But I guess we make mistakes, we fix the mistakes, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them actually work on those mistakes that they've made. I mean, 2 chicken dinners in the day, 4th place in the 3rd game. I wouldn't really complain too much about the attitude that Fake Was Taken have brought into this 2nd day of the finals.
All right, guys, so we've heard it, we've seen it, and it has been some amazing stuff coming through. In the 3rd game, we got 10-11 getting that winner chicken dinner. But what would that mean for our final game? As we will be
broadcast if you want. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Vikendi. And today, this match, Jesse, I hope you're watching. We have gotten it right this time. Clatter of Clans is in 20, day 2, game 4. About to get into it. Playing path is looking very nice on the 6x6 map of Vikendi. As we see, just slicing the map horizontally into 2, maybe not horizontally fully, but you get the idea. That is exactly what it's doing. I would like to continue watching that playing path there, please. But anyway. Playing path, everyone does look to be jumping up just for the time being. Cosmodrome, pretty much everywhere is accessible. I really would expect that if you find yourself in a little bit of a hot drop, get into a vehicle as quickly as possible, drive to the nearest compound, you would be able to find yourself decent loot. That is why we love the map of Vikendi. Well, guess what, guys? It's going to be the Crowns podcast going into this game. So be sure to be ready to hear my voice for a full 25 to 30 minutes, depending on how long these teams decide to play. But as I said, it's a 6x6 map, not as big as Erangel, not as small as Sandhawk. You just love to see that one. Talk about perfect balance. But anyway, everyone does seem to be jumping off. A lot of teams looking to be close to each other. Goroka seems to be empty for the time being. Reasons I cannot even tell you right now. But Vostok going to be held by the side here of Rage Shield. We do see the players there from Royal Blood out there in the cement factory. Peshkova would be held by the side here of 4BM. 1011 looking to head towards Zabava. 300 X Esports would just be stopping out there in the coal mine. With Invincibles looking to hold on 2 players in the villa and the remaining 2 players just on the outskirts of the ice rink of Goroka. We do have Double Maestro being held by the side here of Royal Academy with FOWLPLAY holding on to the Krishas area of the map. Movatra is being held by FAKEWASTAKEN as usual. Navy SEALs out there in the Abbey. We do have 4 Real Ekip out there in Dino Park and the outskirts. The side of No Rage holding up in Tovar. I don't know how I feel about that Tovar landing about No Rage, but we'll see if they're able to make it work. Castle is still empty for the time being. Volnova out there chilling with the side there of Scent Esports. We do have a -1 in the winery and Dream Team just in the outskirts of the winery. Solo Esports, I did not mention that chilling out there in the hot springs. Hopefully they do not get too distracted. I do know how that hot water might feel on the body these days. But anyway, moving on, the play zone out there smack dab center of the circle or center of the map. Nothing too distracting, nothing too stressful. Rage Shield would be happy about this one. They do not have to get taken out on that early rotation or that initial rotation that we usually see them get taken out. But anyway, look forward to seeing how this one pulls up. I don't really expect too much of an engagement. Maybe I might be seeing something between Dream Team and -1, but not gonna lie, I'm not really expecting both teams to go at it, at least not this early into the game. We're looking at No Rage. I'm not gonna lie, they're landing in Tovar. And I really don't know how I feel about the loot in Tovar, especially for a full squad. I know it might be enough for 2 players. Maybe you can squeeze in a third. But, when you start looking at having a full 4-man squad landing in Tovar, that loot might not just be enough. So, I'm really keeping my eye out for them to see how well they're able to continue on that one. Real Academy, on the other hand, they have got a lot of loot chilling for them in Double Maestro, so I wouldn't really be too concerned about them in terms of looting. Another thing I'll be concerned for with looting would be FOWLPLAY. Landing in creatures, not the biggest of places, might not be able to get as much loot as possible. So really, I'm looking forward to seeing how well they're able to get looted up. But other than that, it's gonna be Vikendi. Let me know in the chat who have you guys got your money on when we're looking at the map of Vikendi. It's a map that allows you to be aggressive. A lot of compounds that you can play with. Nothing too you can always find a building to crash if you're getting shot at, which is why I said it gives you the space to be more aggressive, unless that zone starts to go towards that brown part of the zone. And well, we do know that the brown part of the map is pretty much out of the discussion when we look at this particular Vikendi game. But anyway, one thing we used to enjoy, we do see one of the oldies in the game, Orisha, not quite able to make it into the finals with Unsullied Army there. I did see them play in a while, but Fortunately, they did get taken out. I believe that was in the semi-finals. I'm not quite able to make it into the finals, losing by I believe it was just about 2 or 3 points. Must be painful, but hey, we live and we learn. It was pretty much a new squad, so seeing that they were able to make it into the semi-finals is still quite impressive, if you ask me. So yeah, pats on the back, pats on the shoulder. You will definitely be able to come back stronger in the next tournament. And even speaking of teams that did not make it in here, it's a little bit of a surprise. Also, we did see 21st Century going out, I believe, in the second stage. I think it was even before the quarterfinals. The same thing can be said about Active Gaming. Um, you know, yeah, I did hear that they were not able to get in as many games or the minimum amount of games that they were supposed to put in. That's what happens whenever we get those clashes in tournaments. But unfortunately, we would not be seeing them in this finals. And I believe there's a couple of teams that will be quite thankful that they do not have some of those teams. Rage Shield being one, they would always run into the side of 21st Century out here in the map of Vikendi. So right now, they will be quite happy that they're not getting, that one team that is going to be such a pain in this map here of Vikendi. So yeah, works out well. Would see how well they're able to play this one. Early rotations were already seen coming in through as Navy SEALs deciding to go for early rotations this time. And it's kind of impressive, from the Navy SEALs. Not, or maybe not impressive. Just I like that they have different strategies going into the different maps. I really don't remember how they played that Erangel game, but I did know in Sandhawk they went for very slow rotation and they were able to find themselves in third position at the end of that game. Now going into this fourth game of today, we're seeing them go for an early rotation. We're seeing them drive towards that Mount Kresnik area of the map, and I'm really looking forward to seeing them allow this one play out well going into this game. But anyway, we're seeing them make those moves. We're seeing them make that rotation work. So that is something I'd love to see. Another team that we're already starting to see embark on the rotation would be the side there of -1 Rebel. Already down towards that southern side, getting themselves into vehicles, making those moves around, Vikendi. As much as you have a couple of vehicle spawns around, the ones that you mostly see are the ones that are, I like to call them one mag. That is what makes Vikendi special on its own, because one accurate mag, I've got to put that in the condition, might just be enough to take people out. But anyway, Navy SEALs, that early rotation did not quite work out well for them. They did lose 2 players up there on the Mount Kresnik already, or make that just 1 player. So the scout in Akaza going out quite early. And if you look at it, the name Akaza coming in through from the I would believe it's the one from the anime Demon Slayer. Akaza does happen to be a little bit of a scout himself too. One would say, going for that fight up against Rengoku. But anyway, the Akaza here does seem to have gone down quite early. In case you're wondering, the elimination feed is bubbling and dancing. Yeah, it's just scrappy fights here and there going on between teams. As I said, it is Vikendi. If you start getting shot at, there is always one compound that you can just crash into, find yourself a little bit of solace, and maybe get yourself your HP back up, wait for some reinforcements that might be coming through from the rest of your team. So I'm not really expecting too many players going out quite early. And to be honest, I'm really liking how the teams have played in this finals. From that second game of the day, we did see in Miramar we saw 15 teams up to, like, I believe it was phase 5, till that zone got absolutely small before we started to see them go out. And this is not something that we would normally see before. So I love to see that level of competition, that proactiveness and awareness is coming through from the team. Seeing that teams are not just crashing and fighting at every single person that shoots at them. I think it really goes to show how well the teams are improving, and you get that chance to really play. And look at that. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Anyway, I'm not gonna complete the song. But anyway, it was quite impressive. And in the map of Vikendi, which has a lot of compounds, I expect nothing short of that. I'm pretty sure we'll be having high number of teams going towards those later phases. And even in Sandhawk, we lost 3 teams early on to hot drops, but after that we had 13 teams holding down up till about phase 4. Going into phase 5, we still had about 9 teams. Phase 6, we still had 9 teams up, and that is just something that is really impressive coming through from the lobby. So in as much as teams may not be getting the desired result, I would still like them to keep their heads up by knowing fully well that they're able to get those rotations right up onto like a particular zone, and then from there they're able to continue keeping up. But anyway, Navy SEALs looking to be angry about that one player that did get taken out. You can already see them forming up on 300x esports. Already found themselves one knock, as Nubinho is going to be the one to find the knock, but not too much on a very good position right now, as he is down the hill and he does look to be getting full sense by the side of 300x esports. But at the same time, 300x realizing that they cannot really fall down the bottom of that hill, because it's Mount Kresnik. Really, you don't want to fall down and find yourself taking a lot of damage. So they will still be holding it up. On the other hand, I would expect a more aggressive showing from the side of Navy SEALs. You already did get one knock, and that, I believe, is enough to get the blood pumping, catching that team off guard. But it doesn't look like they would really want to capitalize on this one for the time being. They're looking for the angles here, as we see Tenko drift, or Tank drift, or Tenko rift, looking to hold a little bit of an angle. Saint also getting started, but I believe that is just actually I think it's going to be Saint really fully committing towards the side of Fake was taken, though, as Fake would lose 2. And to be honest, Fake was taken. I think if there is something that they would take away from today's games, it would just be the ability to stay alive for so long, or keep a full squad alive, because we've seen them play so well today. However, they're not just quite able to remain as a full squad going into the rest of the game. But anyway, it does look like Navy SEALs and 300x did get started and continued with that fight. They did lose Desire and Tenko. Desire and Nubinho, and now it is Tenko Rift, the last player left for the squad, and it does look to be activating his JP card, getting out of there. I would have said he's holding an Octane heirloom, or the Raid's heirloom, but we all know that is just a dagger in his hands. But anyway, Rage Shield, or make that Royal Academy, looking to get started with the side there of Invincibles. They did lose one player, as we start to see grenades coming in through. Invincibles already finding themselves the intro knock, and more grenades currently being sent to find themselves another knock, as we await that showing on our screen there. Invincibles, though, looking to hold down the fort here. It is a little bit of a scrappy fight, not gonna lie, but they're still holding on. And in other parts of the map, we do have FOWLPLAY looking to get started with 10-11. That is a very strong fight that we're about to witness out there on the north, as we already see FOWLPLAY down by one player, and it's going to be Solo to get thirsted. And 10-11 still driving down, looking to continue on that chase. I think they're out there for the blood, as 96 does stop. As we start to see the shots coming in through. Damage is being done, and final boss from 10-11 happens to be the one man that is out here in this vicinity. He's got a grenade currently being prepped up for the team. But here comes the rest of the squad from 10-11 as they come in through for the push. I show meet from the side as we see Metro too much leading the charge, looking to go for the push, but DBS is in their hand. 2-0 for the side of 10-11, but from behind, 10-11 will emerge victorious. 4 eliminations as FOWLPLAY eventually does get taken out. Fake was taken still in their own engagement. DBS in the hands there of Andrew. He wasn't able to wield it well in the map of Sandhawk, but this is time to find redemption. Grenade pin being pulled, forcing that push a little bit, and the bait's not taken by the side there of Royal Academy, and Andrew getting shot at from behind, closing that door, but it's a little too late. It's taking too much damage. That grenade is currently being cooked, and it's only a matter of time before that player does get taken out. Those grenades are getting sent there on the money, but not quite doing too much damage or finding that knock just yet, as Anur's HP brought back up. He's been resurrected, and now we await the push coming in through. There's also a little bit of Invincibles in this vicinity, so it might be stressful. A lot of fights going in through, and we've only lost one team so far. Maybe 2 by the time Anur goes down, as that player is struggling to keep his HP bars up. That compound that he's holding it in is not too fun right now. And Anur trying to hold on to his fort, but would get taken out from behind by the remaining players there from Invincibles. And that is going to be FAKEWASTAKEN going out early in this game. The one thing that I spoke about going into today's games, or one thing that they would have taken away from today's games, is learning to keep the entire squad alive. And I believe they will be doing the VODs, watching themselves back to back. They did have good games today. This one game was the only one where they did not do too well, but I'm not going to beat them up about it too much. Speaking of too much, we do see Metro too much and the rest of 10-11 though looking to be friendly neighbors with the side of 300x esports. They are aware of the compound and they know that there might be a chance that there's a team in here. We're starting to see them just do a little bit of scoping around the area. Not quite able to find anybody just yet. And I like the fact that 300x esports are just holding on to the compound. At the same time, I don't like it because, you know, you're not getting too much information off of this position that you're holding. You're all in buildings and it's a little bit isolated as compared to the rest of the map. So, you know, you're not really going to get to see too much of the actions coming in through. Dream Team going for a very long rotation, coming in through from that eastern edge, holding up on the outskirts of Podvosto. And speaking of Podvosto, I did mention Rage Shield, we're going to like this zone, given that that zone is already in Podvosto, starting from the scratch. Zone 2 already favoring Podvosto again. So, you know, I'm not really surprised to see that they're still in Podvosto. Normally, I would have said, you know, leave Podvosto, but Podvosto is such a beautiful place to hold because, you know, it is a place that you can just chill. There's cover to work with. You can get on top of the buildings and, you know, you're able to watch other teams and gather information. So it's not too much of a bad spot. And you enjoy to see that one. 10-11, though, they've gotten the memo and they've gotten just what they needed. Able to spot Poutine from the side there of 300x esports. And I don't know if you know what Poutine is. I think it's chicken in French. Here in Canada, we have a, I wouldn't call it a dish, but it's a food. Poutine. It's got fries and there's a little bit of gravy in it. If you want, you could have a little bit of meat in there. Pause, but it is good food. Really, all I just know is that Poutine does gear towards that part of food, and this is not just ordinary Poutine. This is Poutine 300, so you know you're getting even extra. 10-11 though, fully committing into the Mount Kresnik area of the map as we see final boss looking to send some grenades up onto Levi. If Levi is anything like the Levi that we know, he's someone who can handle his ends up against multiple people. But 10-11 a little too strong for that, as Levi does get taken down. And the rest of 10-11 might just be using that one to form up in the building. 300 Spartans, not quite taking any, 300 esports now. Fire, look what you've done. 300 esports, not quite taking too much shots for the time being. They're just holding up. They are hella looted up, not gonna lie. Jimmy's got 337, 556 in the backpack. No grenades, no smoke, no mollies, no. I'm not even going to start. I'm just gonna say that he has a lot of bullets, you know, and that's just about it. But the zone does move again, centering up quite nicely. Podvosto still in the smack dab center. Rich Shield gonna be having a lot of fun with this one, not gonna lie. 10-11 awaits the rest of 300x esports, but will not be finding anybody for the time being. And I think it would eventually just lead to 10-11 leaving this position because they have to. But anyway, looking at the zone on the southern edge, we do have this idea of for real Ekip holding down the forts. They're looking to watch out the side there of No Rage, trying to play a little bit of gatekeeper. Same thing can be said about Real Academy. But Real Academy is not in the zone and they're looking at the side of No Rage. I think everybody wants a piece of No Rage. You know, everybody wants a piece of me. I'm not even going to start. Anyway, the zone still holding up quite nicely, as I said earlier. Dream Team slowly but surely making it into the zone. We're already starting to see intro knocks coming in through from the side of No Rage as they find that intro knock onto the side of 4RK. And I think they'll be going for the full send. But before we go on to that, we have Saint Esports looking to get started with Solo Esports somewhere on the south, around the bridge of the castle. Is where, or make that the cement factory is where we are. An exchange of grenades. Oh, none to quite find any knocks just yet. As we start to see more grenades flying out towards the fence, and that is on the money as Mighty falls. Gohan able to get that money or get that nade on the money. Dream Team just rotating on the outskirts, but Saint do not get distracted. Allow it. Oh my god, I'm not gonna continue shouting at them. But anyway, Solo Esports would be using that to grab themselves the revive coming in through as they're able to get Malone on an off angle. It's gonna be working out quite well for them for the time being, as Malone sending in some grenades towards that position. But the side of Saint Esports realizing they have to move, they have to isolate some of the players there from Solo Esports, make them each solos, and you can push up onto that one. Right now, it does look like it is Saint Esports finding themselves in a little bit of a pinch right now. as there isn't too much they can do, especially courtesy of that angle that is being held by the side there of Malone from Solo Esports. The northeastern side of things, we do see the side here of 10-11 getting started with -1 rebel, but here comes the rest of Solo Esports with DBSs in hand. They are the ones that are isolating, and they've done it in the blink of an eye. If you blinked, you definitely missed it. I'm thinking of things that we do not want to miss. It is the side here of man, 10-11 clearing out -1, removing them from the lobby as we head straight into phase 5. And once again, we're currently in phase 5, or make that phase 6 of the zone or of the game, and we still have 12 teams alive, and that is just impressive. I just really like to see that. But anyway, 10-11 now will start getting shot out from the top of the hill as they did forfeit that high ground advantage they had. The side there of Rage Shield would also be receiving visitors out there in Port Vosto, who they've welcomed with open arms, sending them straight on back into the lobby. And one thing I don't understand is why Dream Team is on the south. They were on the eastern end before, and I would have expected them now to be on the north. But you know, they decided to go for a very weird southern rotation, and now they find themselves on the south in a lot of trouble. And I really do not know how they're going to make it into this next zone. But anyway, for RK and the rest of the zone, taking their move into that circle. For MD4M, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about that one. We do see out there on the south, Rage Shield looking to receive Solo Esports as visitors out there in Port Vosto. Now we're looking forward to that engagement getting started as Rage Shield now looking to round up on everybody. And if you just look at the map there, you see what I'm talking about. And you know, Royal Blood holding such a great position on that northeastern side of the circle, and that is where I'd have expected Dream Team to, you know, have taken their rotation to, but they decided to go the other way around. And now Dream Team, the side there of Rage Shield, 4RK, Solo Esports, everyone wants to be in Port Vosto right now. I cannot tell you why, but I know that is what they want. I've already started to see the push coming in through, and Rage Shield now currently getting engulfed, you know, overshadowed by the numbers. The third party is coming in through. Solo Esports helping out Danny Brown there, but Danny Brown would eventually fall as Dream Team look for the revives on the outskirts of Port Vosto here. Rage Shield have lost one in all of this engagement, and Archer taking so much shots coming in through from Mighty, and one way or the other, Solo Esports, they are doing it. 8 eliminations that they're able to get for the time being, as we're down to 8 teams now. Holding down the forts, they're still out here in Port Vosto. The fight has to continue. This feels like a hot drop, and can Rage Shield defend their home? They've lost Danny Brown, one of their strong players, and they're looking to continue to hold down the fort. Mystic sends out a grenade, doesn't quite find the knock as DBS is in their hands, but Mystic has something in mind, runs that grenade through the side, and he's not quite able to. Actually, he does find one. Malone holding up on the off angle, DBS in hand, and that position has been exposed. Here comes the bait. He's been taken, and here comes the push. Mystic in FTP, looking for the shot, finds the player on the side. Jump shot is there, finds the knock. Beautiful. Coming in through from the side of Rage Shield as they're holding down to the fort. Defending the home with so much pride as Solo Esports now down to just the 2 players, Tom and Mighty, and you've just got to give accolades to the side here of Rage Shield. Held down the fort, did not lose the high ground advantage they have. The zone moved up towards the north, but there is still Port Vosto in the zone, and I believe in this game Rage Shield absolutely zone blessed, and they are working with it to the fullest maximum. I know that is tautology, but take it like that. But anyway, down to 7 teams still. We do see 300 Spartans looking to give 10-11 a little bit of a run for their money, as our 10-11 now been reduced to 3 players, looking to possibly complete that fight with the side there of 300 Spartans. But in the meanwhile, it's going to be Rage Shield completely decimating the side there of Solo Esports. As I said, they were receiving every visitors into Port Vosto with open arms. And that is just something that we love to see. Royal Blood Academy, or just make that Royal Blood, sorry, still out there on that northern edge of the circle. The only other team that finds themselves in the zone, as we start to see 10-11 make that rotation as a 3-man, 1-3-2, looking to find the shots coming in through, makes it up to the top of the rock. The spray is good, but doesn't quite find enough. Not just yet, and that is one of the 1-mark vehicles. If you can look at already, it's already busted up into flames. And here comes the player just flying out of that vehicle because he knows how much the explosion hurts, and he has to hold down the fort. But here comes the reinforcement. Not going to be enough. You don't beat that as 300 Spartans, or make that 300 esports from the high ground, doing so much damage onto the side of 4RK. 4RK able to make it up with 3 players towards the north, but they do not have any much of cover to work with, at least not for the time being. They have to use the vehicles, and they're just crashing with the hope that they do not get exploded or sent back out. But Royal Blood, this might just be where they start to stand up. 11 eliminations onto the side of 10-11. And you can just tell, oh, he sees him. He definitely sees him. But it's going to be Royal Blood to get the knock. It's a question of who gets the thirst. And it is going to be Royal Blood to get their thirst. Well deserved there. We're down to 6 teams. Rage Shield out there holding up against the side there of 4B4M, who have decided to be the next team to wander into Podvosto. And we do know Rage Shield, they are not being friendly at all in this part of Podvosto as they start to continue on the push. 4B4M right in front, DBS in hand, Rich has been spotted. DBS, boom, boom, and Mystic don't miss that. He gets it off, fighting steps, level, straight into the side there of 4RK, who are finding themselves in a whole lot of trouble. 300 Sparta or 300 Esports also being handled on the side as 10-11 find themselves quite the position. They're doing the damage, but Royal Blood, they have the compound cover and they're using it to the maximum. Rage Shield now, they have to move. The zone has left Podvosto now, and here comes the ultimate test for Rage Shield, already up by 7 eliminations, and they're looking to play in from the ice rink. 10-11 have a little bit of high ground, but they do not have the zone. 4RK is going to be a huge disturbance for them to make it into the zone, but with those smokes, 10-11 should be able to capitalize on this one and make it into the zone. As the zone starts to get smaller, 10-11 finds one more player there from the side there of 4RK. Those vehicles are exploded, and 10-11 realizes they need to move. One player already in the vehicle, it is Metro too much, looking for that off angle, but he's getting sprayed down and there's nothing his teammates can do. The vehicle cover is made so much of the work onto the side of 10-11, and Metro too much would get spotted on the side. Rage Shield, they hear all of this, but Royal Blood still up as a full squad. They are in the zone and they have the cover to work with. And I did say it, 4RK, they would be a lot of an inconvenience for the side of 10-11. And I believe 10-11 should have just gone straight into the zone as compared to looking for an off angle. But here comes the smoke wall, the smoke path from the side here of Rage Shield. Looking to use that to push up onto the side here of Royal Blood. As we do see Rage Shield now taking some shots. I showing me it's from the side here of 10-11 has been spotted first. And 10-11 down to just one player now. Grenades now currently being prepped up as Rage Shield looking to get started towards the side there of Royal Blood. And the grenades are good to do the damage. Not quite finding any knocks just yet as Mystic finesses one towards the side into the vehicle. That is where A-Man is currently chilling, and he sees Mystic. But Mystic looks for the return fire with the DBS. Doesn't quite find it. And 10-11 still holding down the fort with just the one player. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a little bit of a view onto the side of Rage Shield. Mystic trying to hold down the fort, but Mystic falls as that position too much, too strong from the side of Royal Blood. And they're still holding it up as a full-man squad. Raven taking some shots towards 4RK. And I really have to say I'm impressed at how 4RK has held onto the fort for the time being. Their mans are just chilling. And Royal Blood do not have too much of eliminations, but I promise you, holding up as a full squad towards the later phases of the circle is absolutely paramount to get yourself a winner chicken dinner. And I really just have to mention, this could have easily been the side there of Dream Team, but they did not time their rotations very well. Went for a southern rotation, which did not work out too well for them. And now 4RK getting started with the side there of Royal Blood as one player falls for Royal Blood, and it's now a trade. In a 1-to-1 trade, final boss now definitely spots the players there from Royal Blood, and this might just be a throw. He doesn't see his leg, Raven. Now he should inevitably see him, but final boss spots him first, goes for the instant thirst. Royal Blood, can we call this a throw? It is a 1v2 now. 14 eliminations for 10-11. There is plenty of signal, I promise you. As now Royal Blood, they know where that player is, and they want to use the angles to finish him. They have the numbers advantage. It's a 1v3. No revives coming up through just yet as final boss has got a grenade in hand. Same thing can be said about Steph. Sends it out towards final boss. Lands towards the right, but a little too far. He's got 4 in the backpack, Steph. And that is definitely enough. Final boss sends one. Oh no! He finds the knock! 10-11. Final boss. Are you going to do this? The grenades are landing though. Final boss, is he able to heal up? It's a 1v2 right now. As Royal Blood, they're not able to get the grenades on the money. The grenades are falling too short. Final boss is sending his own back. Those grenades are good, but he's not quite able to find the knocks just yet. Royal Blood looking to find themselves a little bit of the revive, and they will find it. Back to a 1v3. And that zone still hasn't closed up just yet. Final boss has got a little bit of an edge to hold on. And Royal Blood, I'm wondering why they've not all gotten into that vehicle and full sense this man here. Final boss finds the off angle and he gets a man down. The grenade is good, he bounces, but it's a little too far. Another one lands, but it's outside the zone. The Molotov is getting the spread, and the grenade will find the knock. And eventually, Royal Blood get themselves the final winner chicken dinner on day 2 here in the Clatter of Clans season 20. And that, it almost looked like they did not have that in control for a quick second there. As 10-11 final boss, 7 eliminations. Oh, just a little too strong. 13, or make that work. 14 eliminations and second place for 10-11. Royal Blood finishing in first position with 7 eliminations, or make that 6, sorry, to go alongside it. But talk about a play coming in through from the side there of 10-11. That was so close. That was so close for 10-11, and they almost got their hands on that final chicken dinner of the day. But man, Royal Blood were something else.
All right, amazing stuff right there for the boys from Royal Blood, but you still got to give it to the boys from 10-11. So both 10-11 as well as Rogue Baby on the score. What's the name of that squad again? Come on, don't forget.
No. Fake actually did get taken out, but I believe it was Rage really doing quite the number of work there. And to be honest, it was quite impressive for Rage Shield. But as I said, they did get zone blessed a lot, and not too many teams can actually hold on and play well when they get zone blessed. Make that Rage Shield were able to do that, but unfortunately, by the time that zone left them alone, I believe it was also their time to leave the lobby, as they eventually did get taken out.
All right, so an amazing set of games that we've had today. First of all, it was Fake getting 2 winner chicken dinners, and they decided to cool things down for the entire lobby. Then on came the ones from 10-11. They had been showing signs in the first and the second game that they wanted to take a lot of points out of today's games, and they did just that in the third game. Going into the fourth game, they were fighting for that chicken dinner as well, but they just couldn't keep those numbers as you just saw. But they fought all the way onto the end and grabbed double-digit eliminations and got themselves that second place. But you still got to give it to the boys from Royal Blood who got that last chicken dinner. Will they be able to perform the same way tomorrow? We'll find out when we get into those games. We'll see you guys same time tomorrow. For now, it's your boy Axfire and Crowns. And for now, we're saying bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Wonderful guy.
Situation in front of us.